Hello, my name is Jim Mullaney from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Thursday, April 12th, 2018. Today I'm doing a video source inspection on a SemiTool 870S spin rinse dryer. These videos get uploaded to our website for our customers' acceptance, so we do not use their names on our videos. However, we do give the purchase order number so they're aware of it. This PO number is 451339729. This system was a refurbishment for an existing customer. They send us tools every month or so to do a refurbishment on. This was not a supplied SciTech tool. It was a tool that's been in their fab for about 20 years, it looks like, from whenever we received it. And we've taken it apart and gone through our complete remanufacturing process. I'll talk about that when we're doing our dry cycle because it's kind of boring here in the videos during the dry cycle. The only difference on this tool is, this customer specifically, the Humphrey solenoid valves that are used on the SemiTool have been discontinued. So this customer, SciTech offers on our own tools and to customers retrofits the SMC upgrade, the ones we've spec'd out. So this customer, every time they send their systems in, you can't see it because it's back here. They have now the SMC solenoid valve and the SMC manifold bank to run all of the ACR valves. So I'll go ahead and show the process I'm going to run, and then I'll go ahead and start the process and talk about a refurb program. All right, let's just see what we have here. We have and I'm going to minimize this because we don't need 60 seconds. I'm going to do 30 seconds rinse. Purge is a quick 10 seconds. Dry 1 is 90 seconds. And dry 2 is 240 seconds. I'll change the rinse up here to the same. Oops, there we go. Okay, so as in a wafer fab, an operator just comes up with their wafers. They load them in and start the process. As you can see, the door is sealed during the process. I'll do the same thing down below. Alrighty. And I'll start the process. What I'll do is I'll talk about the SemiTool process first, and then I'll go into refurb. Again, we're in the rinse cycle. This is just a short 30-second rinse. We do short runs on our rinsing only because we want to activate the valves a lot during the rebuild process, and I'll talk about that in a second. But we'd rather have a lot of shorter runs, which really utilizes all aspects of the tool, versus long runs where things aren't really turning on and off on. Now we go into the purge. What the purge does, it blows the extra water out of the lines, and then we ramp up into a high RPM, which is dry 1. And now with bottom systems in purge, we're going to ramp up in a second. And it's going to ramp up. As you can see, the set point's 1800. The 102 controller usually is plus or minus approximately 4 RPM. This one's in line here, and we're in line down there. Okay, so what we're going to do is the SemiTool process is a rinse. A traditional process, I should say, is a rinse. A quality rinse if you rinse to resistivity. This customer, for reference, does have resistivity probes back here. It then does a purge, as I spoke about, which blows the extra water out of the DI line so no water drips during the dry cycle. It goes into dry 1, which is a high RPM dry. It's meant to sling the water off of the wafers, off the cassettes, and off the rotors. And then goes into dry 2, which is a low RPM dry that uses low RPM, hot N2, hot heater blankets, and centrifugal force to dry the substrates. SemiTool did lots of studies up in Montana that showed if you can reduce the amount of RPM in your dry cycles, you'll always tend to get better particle counts. That's why you have a high RPM short dry 1, and then a longer RPM long dry 2 at low RPM. To talk about a rebuild process, what I can do is give you an example here. If you look over here, here's 2 more systems in our final test. Actually, this system was just videotaped yesterday. It turns out it's the same customer who sent us multiple refurbs. We always have like 1 or 2 in our building here being done. But what happens is, on our rebuild process, we take the system. In this case, if it was a double stack, we take the heads out. So like this, we break the head down to the metal, the parts level. We send the bowls out to be processed, the manifolds out to be processed, a lot of the other metal parts. And then we do re-electropolishing and reprocessing of the bowl. When it comes back in, what we do then is we go through our rebuild process. We rebuild the motors. We look at the ACR valves. We ohm out the heater blankets. We look at all the 20 and 8 PSI sensors. We look at the controllers, the LC4 amplifiers, and etc. What we do then is start a dry build, and they're built in our manufacturing area to where the system can run with just no water. Once that is built up, we have a quality control list. So we have another technician come over, review the quality control, make sure it passes all steps in our quality control. If it doesn't, it's sent back to the original technician. They have to make their adjustments, and then it goes through quality control. Once it passes there, excuse me, it moves into a wet test. Here, this system just came into wet test now. We actually hook up the DI to it, and we figure out if there's any leaks in the ACR valves, any fittings not tight enough, because when you do dry testing, you can't really see if there's any little water drips. Once that's gone through and it's ran, and we have another technician sign it off, it goes into a 50-run quality control process where it runs 50 times without any issues. If there's an issue, it's fixed, and then it's ran through the 50 times again. At that point, we take the heads themselves and we put them into its configuration. In this case, it would be a double stack configuration. We normally do all the testing without the poly on. That way it's easy to do any debugging. Once we feel that the quality is done, we then put the skins on and run it for approximately 50 runs, and then it's given over to the sales department, and we can do video source inspections for our customer, and then as soon as the customer okays it. In this case, this is for documentation, because we like to document every rinse and dryer leaving our site. This customer doesn't require us to give them the video source inspection. We've done so many rinse and dryers for them, and we do them so often, they accept our quality control standards as acceptable. So we have about a minute left in here, or excuse me, about a minute and a half, 95 seconds and 105 seconds. Let me talk about a couple things SciTech offers. This is the SemiTool 101 controller. SciTech offers, which we call the Slick Device S1 retrofit. It's a state-of-the-art graphical interface controller. It's the best controller you can find anywhere in the world for doing a retrofit into a SemiTool rinser dryer. It actually has data analytics. It's graphically controlled. It has many more recipes. We have alarms for a lot of the different functions of the tool. We have different auto cycle settings. It's a far and away the state-of-the-art controller. What it does is that by putting that controller on an old tool and refurbing it, you basically have a tool better than a brand new tool manufactured by anybody in the world. We're selling quite a lot of these tools, and we're very happy. During the last 45 seconds, I'll kind of review on our website. If you go to scitechprocess.com, on the left-hand side, you'll see the buttons. The first three are tools we offer. We offer all vintages of the SemiTool, the S model, the F model, and the ST. The next three buttons are all the specific spare parts. For the spin rinse dryers, we offer controller repairs, amp repairs, new amps, new controllers, new heater blankets, new ACR valves, new manifolds, new heater blankets, and new everything. We can basically build a machine from scratch brand new. We are the U.S. leader in spare parts, and we're becoming slowly the worldwide leader. We ship all over the world now. We shipped to China this year multiple times, to Germany, lots of places around the world. Okay, let me go ahead and review this now. At the end of the cycle, we only have 3 seconds left. The rotor stop positioner is going to fire. It's going to uproot the rotor to the home position. We call it 12 o'clock. Once that happens, at 70 RPM, that's when it does it. The door is going to release soon after. I just heard it release. I like to open up the door. First of all, I feel for hot air. A hot end too. Right there, nice and warm. Don't want to burn my hand there. Okay, I like to look at the wafers. They look nice and clean and dry. The bowls look good. For reference, the SemiTool bowl is not meant to dry totally. There was also studies done in SemiTool that if you do too long of a dry, if you do have any airborne, any particles that get on the bowl, they'll become lodged. So having a slight water in there is not bad at all because it traps the particles. Let me check the bottom one. Feel for hot end too. It feels good. Wafers look good, nice and dry, nice and warm. And so as you can see, this system is running great. It ran perfect. There was no issues with it. Talking about our website again, is that so we discussed that we offer all versions of the SemiTool spin rinse dryer, fully manufactured. That's the only way we sell our tools. We also offer all the spare parts. We do have a variety of other front-end process equipment. We do particle counters. That would be like your KLA 10-core particle counters, your 6420, 6220, the traditional 5500s, etc. We do profilometers, ellipsometers. We do high and low power microscopes. What we do quite a lot of now in the United States is we do the Integris box washers. We're the #1 remanufacturer of those. Currently, we have 4 on back order that we're working on here, and we have customers now placing orders ahead of time for when the next tools come in line, because there's such a demand for the tools, and we're the only one that does the full remanufacturing of them. We also do etch equipment. We do Branson etchers, Ashers, the Matrix tools. We do quite a lot of photoresist equipment. We do a lot of photoresist pumps. We do IDI, Cyborg, Millipore, etc. We do the controllers too. We also offer Millipore and Cyborg and IDI pump repairs at our site too. So we have a full range of capabilities. So as you can see, the system's in great shape. It's been fully manufactured. We're very happy with it. The customer seems to be very happy with our quality also, because they've sent us probably over the last 4 years, probably 25 machines to remanufacture, and we're continually going through their fab. It turns out that you can buy either remanufactured tools from Cytec, and or we, as a cost savings, you can send us your tools. The nice thing about that is that we go through the same manufacturing process with a customer's tool as our tool. All quality standards are the same. So there is no less value of having a customer refurb their own tool versus us supplying a tool. We also offer trade-in plans where if a customer wants to refurb, let's say 10 double stacks, we'll build up the first double stack, send it to them. They can then pull their first double stack out, and then we rotate, and at the end of the transaction, they'll either buy the system or we'll work out a deal that we take the last system in is in trade. So that will end this source inspection for the Semi-Tool 870S spin range dryer. Again, my name is Jim Mullaney from Cytec Process Solutions. Today is Thursday, April 12th, 2018. Hope everyone has a great day. If you have any questions, feel free to call us at 916-797-9000 and ask for anyone in the sales organization. Thank you. Have a nice day.